Okay, so here is my attempt on making a video without any fancy editing, without any fancy shit, without any fancy equipment, light settings, and other things. I mean, mic is fancy, but yeah, like just a phone camera with just my thoughts. Like, because what I'm feeling like that nowadays, YouTube and other platforms, it's more about the editing skill of the video editor then the content creator, and when both matches, only and only then people are able to focus. And if people cannot focus on the thought or the thing that is there, like video that is there, if people cannot focus on just the thought process of the creator, they will never be able to focus on a book. Okay, so let's say if you remove all those editing and all, are there people left who can listen to a thought? I mean, they can have judgments towards that thought, but are there any people who can listen to that? I'm using the same channel where I used to post like video from business and other things, but I wanted to see that what can I do with raw unedited videos, and even if I post it. So that's what I want to talk about today. That I'm going to talk about this book. This is no way a review for this book, but what I learned from this book, and every single book changes your life. How this one changed my life. This is called The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. Apparently, one of the masterminds in creative field, and he's like a musician and everything. And when I was going through that book, one of few things I learned, I'll just quickly share what is there in top of my mind. That one thing where book starts from, that usually when this thing happens, that you get an idea and about creating something, and after a few months when you haven't executed something around it, you see someone else making it big with that idea. And the book says that universe actually sends you an idea which universe thinks that you will be able to execute. And when you are not able to execute that idea, or you're too busy with other things, universe sends that idea to someone else, and then you are like, oh shit, this idea is gone. And that's what the whole theory is around, that how universe talks to you, how universe gives you idea, how the creative ideas work. Sometimes universe sends you ideas, and you start acting on them, and the first problem that comes to you, you feel like, where am I? And the book says that in that scenario also universe will help you. Now, one of the things which I realized after reading this book, that there are a lot of moments of silence, a lot of moments of peace, where universe talks to you. Like if you're you know having alcohol, marijuana, or something other, I mean, even melatonin or sleeping pill or anything that puts you in a sleep where you don't do any self talk, you don't manifest anything, you just go ahead and pass out. Universe kind of stops talking to you. Like I have a friend who talks about his anxieties, and if he doesn't smoke up, he can't sleep throughout the night, and those anxieties are not letting him sleep. And recently, from another podcast or a book, I learned that anxiety isn't a bad thing. Like it's a moving mechanism. It's because you are still, anxiety is coming to you, and anxiety is something that forces you to take action. So anxiety isn't always a bad thing. It's forcing you to resolve things which are unresolved. It's forcing you to take action. And all the creative things comes to you when universe starts talking to you. So it doesn't mean that, okay, in the day I'm working hard, but when I'm sleeping, I'm just passing out of something that I have done. It can be anything. Like I'm not judging on this part, I do my share time to time. But after this, I tried going sober, or tried to be in a mood where once in 3 months or once in 6 months I would try something. But that's what, like, you need to let universe talk to you in different moods, and when you're in silence, when you're in uh, when you're not able to sleep, in your dreams, all the creative ideas that comes to you when you're awake, apparently it says that uh, all those things happens in your dream. So that's why it's so important to dream, and it's so important to do those self talks in the night. So that is the idea behind this particular book, which kind of changed my thinking on creative. Other thing that kind of changed my thinking is that whenever you want to create an art, if you're creating an art with external validation, something like uh, something, let's say I create a video over here, and I'm obsessed with, no matter how hard I try, I still get obsessed with how many views or likes I'm getting on regular basis, then it's commerce, it's not art. Art is created by making it in a way that you're not thinking that how many people will like it. Like you are not really not thinking about how many people are happy with your art. That's my doggy playing around. So yeah, like nothing bad in commerce. Commerce is usually done with keeping this thing in mind that that yeah, will people accept it or not. But when you're creating art, you break all the rules. Like you don't need to follow the rules of any industry, anything specific, because it's actually for you. And that's what motivated me, that why am I thinking so much, like if I want to say something on a YouTube, maybe once a day, once a week, once a month, once in a year, I should just say it, and someday someone will find it, and maybe it'll help them. Like it'll help them create their own art. Like I'm not sure. Like content creation is a commerce. I wouldn't say it's an art, because there are too many things. If you're following those things, you end up succeeding in content creation. But other than that, like art can be anything. Even your business is an art. If you're an athlete, the way you move, the way you practice your thing, different from others, breaking the rules, it can be an art. So art can be anything. But yeah, that's what I had in mind, and that's what I wanted to talk about. And I think if there is a longer, like I post on Instagram and other places, but if there is a longer thing that I have in mind, of philosophy uh, or something amazing I read, I would love to document it on YouTube and then just leave it there. Like I have 300 episodes of podcasts on SEO and everything, and I just created it for 1.5 2 years and left it there. And so many people still listen to it. So many people still thank me for it, and I feel like that art is done. Now I don't need to go back and create those. But I feel like right now I'm in this mood where I feel like something, a deep thought hits me, and I feel like sharing it. So I would rather just share it with the camera and let it be online. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that helps. All right.